What's going on, guys? I'm Scotty Grant, and you're watching The Red Booth.
Hi, welcome to The Red Booth Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Q. On tonight's episode, I have a very talented songwriter and singer, Scotty Grant. And he also has a new song coming out, a new EP, and you can check out some of his music videos. So come and join us. So hey Scotty, how's it going?
Hey Kim, how are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes.
Seems pretty cool.
Yes, I'm so happy because I saw you at Silver Lake Sessions, which is an amazing little sort of pop-up venue that goes all over the town.
Really cool artist, independent artist. Really cool.
Really?
That was my first time there, actually.
Yeah, that was really fantastic.
Thank you. I actually performed a song called Fantastic, if you remember.
That's right. And your voice is fantastic.
Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
And I know you have some new music that's coming out.
I do.
I thought we should get to know a little bit more about you. Like, I know that you help teach, you do some sort of lessons as well with other musicians.
I do. I give vocal lessons, piano lessons, but I kind of teach young artists how to grow inside of themselves and really be who they are as a person, and then translate that to performance.
I like that
It's really
idea.
fun. Yeah.
That's cool. So you have a new song that you have just put out. And you have a couple music videos out as well. What do you think would be a good, obviously you want to put out the new stuff is really exciting, right? What would be like your vibe or your sort of style that if people were going to think of you?
I would love to say I'm like a new emotional Marvin Gaye. I like to make people dance and have fun, and I'm from New Orleans originally, so it's all about the good times and people, embracing their authenticity and just letting loose and having fun. So that's what this new project called The Recipe, which is the 5-song EP that I'm putting out, and I just dropped the first song called Change Everything on Spotify and Apple Music and all those places, and it's pretty cool. It's up-tempo and feel-good music,
It is super moving and very enjoyable music.
Thank you.
And you played live. You played it with piano, right?
I did. Just me and my piano. I always give it a different name every time I play a piano. It could be Charles one day and Susan the next. But me and Keisha that day, we played a cappella, and the song Change Everything, which is a song about, when you're just like tired of your life, of how it is, and you feel like, I just got to change something, and you wind up changing every single thing about your whole existence. So that's what that song was about. It was cool, to perform it, pretty acoustic,
That's crazy. Did you write the song too?
I did. I'm a songwriter. I've been signed with Sony for about a good 7 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you write for other people too?
I do. Yeah.
Are you allowed to say any of the people?
I mean, I'm always around. I've written songs like Jordin Sparks. I've actually worked with Jordin for a good 10 years as her creative director on tour.
Amazing.
But like Keke Palmer, I've written some songs with her. Almost got a song with Alicia, but that one didn't work out. I've written a lot of K-pop hits and a lot of K-pop, which is a huge market.
That's Korean pop music, right?
Yes. Crazy pop music.
So you write that for Sony?
I do.
Wow, how interesting.
So nice, right? Could be big in Japan, literally, and nobody know you.
You're like, you're so big in Japan. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so
exactly.
cool.
Yep. So I'm up to a lot of things.
Wow. And so when you wrote this song, Change Everything, was there something that you had been through that was like,
oh my goodness,
change everything? Like,
yes. I had just come out to Hollywood. I mean, not just come out to Hollywood. I had been out in Hollywood for about a good 7 or 8 years now. And I just got tired of fake people, and I got tired of having to change myself to fit into a microcosm of a community of, fake people who don't answer phones, or all of my friends weren't really my friends. They were just people I work with. And so I decided to move out of Hollywood, and I changed my phone number, I changed my hairstyle, I changed most of the people I was hanging out with, I lost some weight, I started reading, I changed everything, down to my address and my phone number. So, and that's what was inspiring. I just felt like I needed a different type of scenery,
Wow, were you doing a different type of music before that?
Actually, I kind of was. I was doing a lot of, I've had a lot of success as a vocalist on a lot of dance tracks in Europe. Like a lot of DJ, like techno, like party rage, go crazy type stuff, know?
Well, that's really big in Europe.
Yeah, it's huge, and it was really well for me. And
what would you say in the tracks? Like, what kind of?
Always something about getting high and falling in love with somebody that you just met. That's pretty much all the songs
Well,
are.
that's what's happening in those clubs.
Pretty
you know what I'm
much. It's
saying?
like, yeah, the music and the alcohol takes over, and then you make mistakes with people that you wish you hadn't.
And then you marry them. have
All that.
kids.
So yeah, I was in a whole different mindset. But now it's like more centered, and it's more like love centered, you know.
I like it.
Yeah.
I can totally tell because when you were doing your performance at Silver Lake Sessions, I mean, you sort of spoke beforehand a little bit too, and I was like, oh, this guy's like really different, you know, because I mean, you can get kind of tied up in the business, and they're like, oh, this is what's popular, this is what hits, or whatever, you know, and
Totally.
I can
Trying
imagine,
to chase that, yeah.
Yeah, and when you're doing tracks like that, and you're talking about stuff that's maybe a little bit kind of empty, like in compared to what you really want to say, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt now. Like you're right. When I do like those acoustic performances and I get to really connect with the audience and talk to people, I feel like people really understand that what I'm doing is heartfelt and different.
Definitely.
And that's what I want to go for. You know, like you said, my real name is on my email. You know my real name. But I changed my real name from Scotty Granger to Scotty Grand. Because I was like, you know, when I want to do something, and everything that I do, down to my voice, is big and over the top, and I want to make an impact. So that's why I changed my name, because I want to go deep. I want to be in it. I want to be big. I want to make an impact.
Was that part of the whole change when you changed everything?
No, I actually had changed that a few years before.
You had?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But
That's
that was
cool.
finally my mind catching up with my heart of like, I actually need to do it. I need to change everything, because I am Scotty Grant, you know?
Cool.
Type thing, yeah.
Okay, well, we have to take a quick break.
Okay, let's do it.
But we'll be right back with Scotty Grand. And welcome back to the Red Booth Show. I'm here with Scotty Grand. So you were just talking about how you have this really big voice and this, you know, you want to be grand, do things
Yes.
in a grand way. So I thought that might be a really great opportunity for me to have you sing something.
Oh, okay. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. I should sing Change Everything.
Okay?
Yeah. These lyrics came really dear to my heart, so let me think.
Okay.
Why the long face, don't you hear music around? Don't you know music is God? So don't you go running away from all of your dreams. Don't you know you're what they need? So please, in this part of life where things get too much and you don't wanna give it up, you're in the part of the song where the club's going up, but it's just you over in the corner. No, if you don't have what you need, change everything. If you don't like who you see, change everything. We ain't stuck to one scene. Just drive away. There's so much else to be. Change everything. Thing. Change everything.
So good! Yes! That was so good!
So that's out now. And it came from my heart, really, from real life experience. You know?
That's amazing. I love it. You get goosebumps.
Nice.
It's so good.
And I start sweating. When I sing, I'm like, all my blood
All
is
your
like
emotion
bubbling.
and
yeah.
That was-
Because I mean it. When I sing, I try and like connect to what I'm really want to get through to my audience, and it's usually something deep and visceral. So it takes a lot of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I mean, you're putting your all into it.
Totally, every time.
But
yeah.
I think that's what makes you stand out so much is that, you know, you can tell when people really believe the words that they're singing.
True.
You
True.
can really tell the
True.
difference.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
That's so awesome. And then so you write songs for all these other people, but you
Mm-hmm.
also obviously have your own music.
Yes.
And when did you start writing songs?
Oh my goodness! I started writing and I started singing right when I could start talking, when I was like 3, and then right around the age 6, I started learning to read and write and really formulate stories around that time. And then 8, I wrote my first song, And I remember vividly because I was so serious about it. I was like, I need to own my rights. I need to.
When you were 8?
When I was 8, so I went
You're
to
like,
Kinko's.
Mama, listen to me.
I was like, Dad, look, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna go and write down these lyrics on a page. And then somebody told me to
mail it to yourself.
Mail it to myself. I mailed it to myself, and I kept it. I was like, nobody's gonna steal this song. I was 8. I was 8 years old, but I was always a songwriter.
You were already on top of it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a whole nother topic too, because about rights for, you know, musicians.
True.
And like writing
With
and
big
like
thing that's happening right now with the government too.
And, oh yeah?
Yeah,
What's
we're
happening with that?
songwriters and publishers and artists. We're fighting with the government to get more percentage of our royalties for the first time in like 100 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, because music is all digital now, but we don't get paid from that.
Well, that's the whole thing that I've been talking about. Like, this has kind of been a theme of my show lately.
It's been crazy.
And I actually have started to put the guests that I've had on my show, and I've had a lot of musicians. I started to add their albums onto my store on my website.
Nice.
And I'm like, look, if you guys buy this album, instead of buying it from iTunes, then they're gonna get like basically most of the money.
Totally.
Like I want them to get the money.
Totally.
You know.
Kudos for you for that, because that's true. Like,
Well, that's the thing is I don't know how I'm gonna make enemies of iTunes apparently, but I don't know how.
No, you won't. They're okay.
I do not know how they can keep that much of the percentage, and Spotify even blows my mind.
It's
like
just,
Spotify is like even worse.
You know, I think people just expect so much music. Music is just such a small commodity now. People can get it anywhere.
Well, since
you know?
Napster, which probably now you know how old I am. But yeah,
Napster,
like
right?
it was like, you know, free. Like people were like, I can go get it for free.
What do
So
you mean?
what?
Pay.
Yeah, why should I pay?
Yeah.
But you want also to give the artist money for their music.
Yeah, so we can keep doing it. It's kind of that simple. Like.
So they're fighting with the government. So how does that work? Because I mean, are you talking about taxes?
No, we're talking about just straight up royalties. Like most of the times, like if you ever hear about older legendary acts who are broke,
who never got paid,
and they accepted a car rather than their money, and they accepted the house rather than their royalty check.
Yeah,
and that's a story across the
and
board.
Some big, you know, whoever it was
CEO,
bought their whole catalog.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And now that person lives in a 1-bedroom apartment in Studio City, and they're 60 with
nothing,
millions of hits.
Yeah,
you know, but nothing to show for it monetarily.
Actually,
you know?
that's actually still even happening. Like to nowadays artists, you know, people that are really
people
famous.
are signing contracts right today that are still just not in their best interest. You know, but that's part of business. You know, you got it like we were talking about, you gotta be in it for a reason. You gotta be singing for a purpose, not just for the money, because this business won't always, you know, give that to you in the back end.
But that's what we gotta change, right?
For sure.
All right, well, we have to take another break.
Let's do it. But
we'll be back with Scotty Grand. I'm here with Scotty Grand, and he just showed me his video. What's the name of the video again?
You Got Me.
You Got Me.
And you got all of me in the video.
You
right?
do. You get all of you. You get all of you in the video.
You know, that's what expression is about. Taking the layers off.
Let it all out, right?
Go for it. You know? You got forever.
It's a really very well made.
Thank you.
Very well made video.
Thank you. Mr. Ryan Gregory Phillips, he's the director.
Before he told me about the music video, he said that they're all naked. I mean, they're all totally butt naked.
Butt naked.
But
just smoke.
So we were joking about it being like Naked and Afraid on the Red booth. But luckily they blurred out stuff, he said. He said they blurred it out. That's what he told me. And so I was like watching the video and like
you're like, the blurs aren't that blurry.
They're not really. There's a lot. You can pretty much, you know,
make it out. You
know.
You know, we're
he
humans.
Said he wants to be expressed.
And we're humans, you know, because that's the one thing that everybody's afraid to do. Just let that final layer go and just
rip off the layers. I mean, to be honest, the video to me is like really cool.
Thank you.
I think that it's also in Europe, it would be totally acceptable.
Totally.
Because they don't really care about that stuff over there.
Caribbean,
like, whatever, you know.
Whatever, let it go. It's art.
This is me like making hand motions of wiggling things.
European hand motions,
right?
apparently.
Italians talk with their hands.
True.
Yes. So, but it's very artistic.
Thank you.
And I'll just let you guys check it out.
Check it out.
You know,
Please.
I'll just let you see what I'm talking about. It's a lot of dancing, and it's a great song.
Thank you.
Here's the video. Wait. There's an actual uncensored version.
There is.
Somewhere on the dark web. But just don't. It's not on YouTube. Okay? I'm going to show you. I'll show you the one.
You are hilarious on the dark.
I'm going to show you the one that you can maybe. You might want to look away, but here it is.
Just a little bit. Unless
Here it is.
you're be bold.
Loving you for way too long. Your love is really starting to stay in my heart. Yeah. I was blind, but now I see. Yeah. My addiction to the games you played on me. Yeah. 'Cause we all fall for beautiful lies from the sweet.
There it is.
What do we think, guys?
There's the video, I mean. That's what I'm talking about. So, how many music videos have you done? Like, which one?
Oh my goodness, I've only actually done 2. I have
Really?
one before, which is actually on my same YouTube page called If This Ain't Love, featuring
Cool.
the Ben Leathers Orchestra, and You
An
Got Me.
orchestra.
Yeah,
See, it's actually super artistic and really cool.
thank you.
Yeah, and very entertaining.
I love how you always come back to that.
So artistic.
It's so artistic.
So you played with an orchestra?
I did. I actually created my own orchestra of all these various players that I knew, and I put them together for some recordings on my first project, A Songwriter's Right. Yeah, and so they came,
Cool.
and I wrote the parts for them, and they played.
You wrote the music for them?
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you know how to really actually write music,
Yeah,
like
for
musical
sure.
notes.
Musical notes, scores. Yeah, I went to college for it at Berkeley College of Music
Really?
in Boston. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
You don't hear about that a lot these
You
days.
don't, but we're still around. Musicians.
So you're like official.
Try and be. Yep. For
And
sure.
So when did you like start graduate from college and then start getting into songwriting?
I dropped out of college in 2006.
Oh, okay.
I went for a year, which music school, everybody kind of drops out because it's like, why do I need this degree? I can go and start being a professional just by having the chops, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So I
you
moved
totally
here.
can. I mean,
You
you
totally
don't have
can.
to.
That's your
But
degree.
it's cool that you know that stuff because.
For sure.
But then it's like, how far do you go in 4 years about music?
Exactly.
Like, what
It
are
was
you
like,
gonna learn? And,
yeah,
I mean,
I only wanted to know as much as I could take to really be a little bit more heady and still connected with my emotion, which is what I did. And then I moved to LA, got on a lot of TV shows, and
yeah, like
Yeah.
doing soundtracks and stuff.
oh my
or-
goodness, I've been on 7 TV shows doing all different kind of things since I was 10. I just got off of a TV show called WIPEOUT on ABC, where they got to run it on the big red balls.
Okay.
I won that show.
No way.
Yeah, I got off a TV show on Bravo for songwriting. I've done a lot of stuff, just songwriting and TV shows and stuff like that, you know?
That's cool.
Yep, all off the songwriting.
Amazing. A bunch of crazy antics.
Yeah.
So wow. Well, so what would you say your main thing is? Like you want to do songwriting? You want to be a performer?
Performer, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the stage is home for me, you know? Growing up in New Orleans, like everything is a stage. Everywhere you go, you perform and you're dancing, like the homeless person sitting 2 doors down will like finish the song for you when you start it.
Aw.
You know, it's that kind of atmosphere. So yeah, I'm a performer through and through, you know?
That's great.
When I get a chance to emote or, you know, become another person in front of somebody, I jump at it, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we have to take another quick break.
Ah.
We will be right back
Yes.
with Scotty Grand.
Yes.
And welcome back to the Red Booth Show. I'm here with Scotty Grand.
Yes. Hello.
So, what are we going to talk about now?
I don't know.
I mean, you lived in New Orleans.
Yes.
And then when did you come to LA?
Right after I left New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina in 2005.
Okay.
And I went to college in Boston for a year. And then I got on a TV show and came to LA in 2006.
What was that TV show?
That TV show was called The One Making a Music Star on ABC with Cara Diagordi and some other musician legend people.
And so were you doing like one of the contestants?
Yeah, I was one of the contestants. It was 12 kids from all around the country. We lived in a house and they shot it like a reality show mixed with American Idol.
Whoa.
Kind of like that. Like we had to perform on a live showing on Wednesday nights, but we could also get voted off on Tuesday.
You get voted off the island?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly. The musical island.
That's so crazy. Yeah. How did you get hired for Sony? That's an interesting thing.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many songwriters.
How I actually got hired for Sony was through another TV show. The last one I just got off of in 2012, I was on a show called Platinum Hit on Bravo TV. And that was 12 songwriters. We all lived in a house and we competed, and I came in third. And so I was the only person to get signed out of the whole cast to Sony.
Really?
Sony was the company that was funding the show. So they signed me from there.
They liked your stuff.
Yeah, they like my style.
That's nice. What would you say that your main genre is that you like to write?
The truth. That's my genre, because I can write in any genre that comes, and I love them all. But I always write the truth.
Have you ever done like rap?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not the best at it, but I'll write about something that's probably really truthful and not like popping bottles and shooting, and I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But it'll be really emotional and deep. But I can rap for sure.
That's very popular, actually.
It's true. It's true now.
Right?
That's true. Emotional rappers.
Like we've got a lot of big stars right now that are doing that.
That's true. Very true.
It's like Drake. Drake's kind of emotional.
Yeah, he just cries on every
He's
track.
always crying.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I love Drake.
I love him too.
No, I totally love Drake.
I love his crying. That's what I love about it.
And we have a lot of, some very deep artists, I think. It's kind of...
I think the tide's turning from being like fake and empty, like you said before, to being a little more substance-filled, you know?
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love how you're still trying not to laugh at my video. I can tell.
We were talking between the break about it again. And I was like, but it's really just humans.
Yeah, it's just humans in their natural state without trying to put on a facade for anybody.
It's not like you keep making a joke that it's porn, and it's not at all. It's really
People
not.
joke with me about that, but that's the whole idea of them having the mask on.
But
that's the only thing they're wearing.
Yeah.
Is a mask. The mask that they have to have on for people. And one's black, one's white, but somehow they're dancing together in their natural forms. So it's art.
That's like so deep because it's really what people are doing.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
Misa's laughing at me. Anyways, okay, no, I really think it's awesome.
Thank
I
you.
want to check out the orchestral one too.
Please do. That video's right below it, and that song's also on Spotify, Apple Tunes.
What's the lyrics to that one? Like, what's like a piece of that
I
one?
used to live hopeless, like a fish out of water. It was learn to breathe or learn to die. But you picked my heart up from where it was lying. You made clean the dirt. With each kiss, you healed my hurt.
Oh.
Now, if this ain't love, whatever it is, I only want to be in it. If this ain't love, whatever it is, must be heaven. If this ain't love.
I like it.
The truth.
I approve. Now, what was the other song that you sang at Silver Lake Sessions?
Oh, that one was called Fantastic, which is another one that's on my debut EP coming out in September, called Fantastic. And that one's all about LA, about how LA is the coolest place to be. I turned 18 here, so it's like, we get all the coolest fashions before the rest of the world. Smoking weed is legal, and it has been for a long time. It's just the coolest place.
Oh man, I'm not really happy about that, to be honest.
Do you hate it?
I just prefer that. I mean, I don't think people should get locked up forever over weed.
For
I
sure.
definitely agree with that problem.
For sure.
It's just that, I don't like seeing everybody all
the time.
All the time. It's like everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Too much.
That's true.
I'm more about a clean life, I guess.
For sure.
But
I get what
you're
guess
saying.
it's just that you can do anything you want. You can be and do anything you want to be here. And I like places like that where you don't have to do. I can be dirty if I want, or I can be clean if I want.
Well, I think New Orleans is very much like that
That's
too.
why I love it. Yeah.
But LA is definitely my favorite because there's so much going on here. From every different culture and it's like a big melting pot of entertainment.
Totally. Yep.
So,
I agree.
I like
Totally
that.
agree.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because I remember I heard that song and I was like, yeah. Because there were people that kind of, sometimes LA can get a little bit of hate.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm being vapid and pretentious, but
Yeah, and
that's part of it.
I mean, I guess there are people like that here.
For me, like I've like people are like, why do you love LA and why are you living there for so long? Like, I honestly kind of work well with smoke and mirrors. Like, I work well with fake things sometimes. I can't lie. Like, putting on stories and make believe. I've done that my whole life, so I can kind of thrive in that community a little bit. To be honest.
Interesting take on that. You're just acting.
Yeah,
You're acting it all out.
I don't need to expect too much. I could just play for what it is.
Well, my idea about that is people just don't want to get into conflict.
Yeah.
So,
It's true.
but then you have that sort of like, oh. And then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You
you're
can
still
tell.
in conflict, but
You
it's
can
like
still-
passive,
it's just- yeah,
aggressive.
I know.
It's so true.
That's the one downside. But I love
True.
Los Angeles.
I do too. City
So
of
much.
Angels. Yep. So
Yeah.
true.
Okay, well, you know what? We've actually run out of time. I was going to keep talking, but I just got the signal to
Cut
the
it
hook
out.
is coming. But it's been really great to have
Thank
you
you
on the
so
show.
much for having me, dog.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very, very,
Thank you,
very
seriously.
talented.
Thank you.
I love your voice.
Thank you.
You're so amazing. So everybody definitely go and follow Scotty Grand and
Please
check
do.
him out.
At Scotty Grand on Instagram, IG, Facebook, Twitter, all that. ScottyGrand.com.
Yep.
New music coming out soon. Everywhere.
That's right. Get that new EP.
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Kim.
Yep. Hey guys, I'm here with Tony the Movie Guy, and he's going to be giving us the lowdown on the upcoming movies.
That's right. How you doing, Kimberly?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
I like your
Thank
tattoos, by the way.
you. Thank you. I'm basically a Banksy billboard.
That's basically,
Yeah.
he was just showing me all this.
Yeah, you know who Banksy is, right?
Of course.
Okay, awesome. Okay, good. Let's talk about movies. So, these are the films kind of, when we get to October, we're going to be going into Oscar season, all the kind of dramatic films and stuff like that. Now we have kind of like the light fare, just kind of fun movies, but there are some cool ones. Smallfoot, I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this. It's a fun animated film. It's kind of for the family. It's with Channing Tatum as a Yeti. And
I've heard about this.
yeah, and then James Corden. And James Corden is like a human mountaineer, and he befriends this Yeti, voiced by Channing Tatum. And then it's got an incredible supporting cast. LeBron James, Zendaya, Common, Danny DeVito. That looks like that's going to be a fun film for the whole family to go see in the theater. And then Life Itself. This looks like a cool drama. It's from the people who created This Is Us, that really popular TV show with Mandy Moore. And it's got Oscar Isaac in it, Olivia Wilde, Annette Bening, Antonio Banderas. Yeah, I know, we love Antonio. I like seeing him work now because he kind of stopped working for a few years.
Yeah.
And then Olivia Cook as well. And again, it's from the producers of This Is Us, so bring tissues. I'm sure it's going to be a weep fest. But the trailer looks good. And then Night School, I don't know, this is a comedy. It looks really dumb with Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, but I love Tiffany Haddish. She's on fire right now.
She's so funny.
She really is.
Yeah.
So the trailer looks, I mean, look, Kevin Hart's been killing it for years. He's been doing a great
definitely.
job, and he's funny. But I love her. So I'll watch this movie to see her, because right now I love everything she's in. You saw Girls Trip, right?
I didn't.
So funny.
Yeah.
She steals every scene in that movie. Okay, so that's it for theatrical releases. And then on Blu-ray and DVD, I want to give this film a mention, which is Solo, A Star Wars Story. So it crashed and burned hard at the box office. And I want to mention it because it deserves, I think, a bit of a second chance on home video. I know I keep saying home video, because it's actually a fun film.
Why do you think it didn't do well in the box office?
Well, I could talk about Solo for an hour, and I know we don't have that much time. It went through development hell. The directors got fired midway.
And then Ron Howard
took
over.
over. It's not his fault at all. He did a decent job. I don't know that the fans were really asking for a Solo origin story. And if this proves anything, all it proves is that Star Wars movies aren't foolproof. You know what I mean? I mean, it grossed like $350 million, which for a Star Wars film is unheard of. They always make $1 billion.
I know, but I think the reason, to me, it seemed like, is that he didn't really look like the original Han Solo. And we're so used to seeing Harrison Ford.
See, okay, that actor, and I feel bad for him because this may or may not kill his career. He's got a strange name, Aiden Ollenreich. He's a good actor, and he's a good Han Solo. I actually liked him a lot. The film is fun. It's just nothing particularly new. There was nothing about it that I think, again, the fans were clamoring for. And then already with the controversy of The Last Jedi, which was very split. Anyway, look, this is a really fun film. It is.
I haven't seen it, so I'm not even saying he did a
Yeah,
bad job. I'm just
no.
saying people relate to Harrison Ford and Han Solo. So
Absolutely.
It's
It's so iconic. It was tough for him. Look, the kid does a really good job, and his chemistry with Chewbacca and how they meet and everything, and then Lando Calrissian is fun. I like it a lot. Woody Harrelson, who's always great, is in it. I think everyone should give Solo: A Star Wars Story a real chance, and I actually hope it does well on like Blu-ray and DVD. That's what I've got.
Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for giving us all the lowdown. Appreciate you being on the show.
Movies are my passion, so this isn't even work to me. I love doing it.
I know you watch everything, and I don't watch enough of them.
You should watch more.
I
But
know.
Check out Solo: A Star Wars Story. It's fun.
Okay, I will.
All right, thanks a lot.